Hi, good morning. This is Awesome Jack. I'm posting a video about how so much stuff gets hidden in buildings like this that be standing for so many years and years and years and years, and how it stands and is there in a town called Winston-Salem, North Carolina. A small town near Greensboro, North Carolina, called Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Very small, no train station, no airport. Buildings like this right here that you see is ran by the Housing Authority. These small buildings hold such of the deepest secrets, some of the deepest things that you probably never heard about all your years of living. Such horror in those buildings, such mess that goes on, the deaths that go on and have went on inside of the buildings like what you're seeing right now. So many people found dead in buildings like this right here. Guess about how many deaths itself alone has happened in such a building as what you're seeing right now. Things that others dare to not want to talk about. Things that others hide the secrets of what goes on actually in buildings like this. You could have seen someone that you might have known that stayed in a building like this. These buildings are the most dangerous buildings in the town of Forsyth County of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The dirty, filthy, evil violating the laws that the dirtiness of the violation of the laws, the breaking of the laws is what I'm saying. How the laws are broken, so the water being so dirty, nasty, and contaminated in such buildings like this. That what you're seeing. The hiddenness of the secrets, the hiddenness of how the building is kept up, the lies, the deceit, the stealing of the money, the funds from the state of North Carolina. The building is ran by the Housing Authority itself, Housing Authority of North Carolina State. The things that go on with inside of the building, how horrible it's been in the past. Bodies being carried out. News stations not picking up and reaching out to put more media onto the situations of the deaths that have accumulated from this building. There's seems like about 200 or a little to 200 or a little more over 200 residents that stay in that stay in the building. The deaths has been in the last 10 years alone. They hide the information on it. The information on the deaths that have come from such a building like this. Bodies found inside of apartments for the past 10 years. 10 years. Not even on social media, not even on the news media. All the deaths that have come from this building, they hide it. They don't want people from the outside to know anything about what's really going on. The trap they set, as ran by the local housing authority program. They fail to tell people that sign applications of the horror that's been going on in the building. They try to trap people to get them to accept the applications, but they fail. They fail to tell the new tenants, the new people that are looking for income-based housing in serious need of housing. People that have come from bad marriages, children struggling with their kids, parents and stuff done died and went down, the fathers died. People that were homeless on the street that needed housing, immediate housing. The lies they tell in this building, the lies the management projects out. They don't talk about the dirtiness of the deaths in the building. Past 10 years, no news media story has covered it at all. They won't cover the deaths from the building itself. All those deaths of dead people, deaths that have been hauled out on ambulances on this thing right here called a camera. Yep. The cameras, they have the cameras right here around the building. So many cameras right there showing how many times the ambulances, the medical trucks comes out getting nothing but the bodies and removing the bodies from the building all those bodies. There are cameras everywhere on this to this area. There's cameras to the very front of it. They fail to want outsiders involved. It's like a hush-hush secret thing. Nobody wants to talk about it. People brush it away as though it's nothing. All the deaths that have happened from this building right here alone. Yep. This building is called a trap building. They plan it out. They don't want to tell the tenants the things that's going on with the building, the new tenants. They don't want to mention it to them about what they're doing. They fail to want to tell other people exactly what they're doing in the offices. They don't care for the building. They don't care for it at all. They trap people within the building. How? They don't. It's mostly drug infested. It's a drug infested community building. Mostly 75% of the people that live in the building are on crack cocaine, crack powder, or either on heroin itself. They say fentanyl's all in the building. Fentanyl, so many people have been killed off of the fentanyl within this building. What they dare to talk about on camera, how they refuse to notify some kind of drug substance program abuse center for the tenants to really get help. How they fight so in the building, how they try to kill each other and murder each other, how they plot and plan murders and deaths inside of the building, how they busted out windows, busted out doors, how they ruin such buildings like this, the serious things that go on inside of buildings like this in Winston-Salem, Forsyth County, how the water is horrible. People get sick off the water to this kind of building. They're the housing authority of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The water itself contaminated, has to be boiled. The water causing sickness, pushing death of people that are taking medicine. And when they're taking their medicines, the water is so contaminated, nasty. They're being found dead for weeks in their apartments there with smells and horrible odors. And the horrible odors go up and down the hallways in the building. Very real stuff. The ambulances are out every morning. There are ambulances to the building. Every day there's about 3 to 4 ambulances that starts off early morning, starts off around 5 o'clock in the morning. There are ambulances, medical trucks here every day, every single day. And it's ran by the housing authority. The things they dare to talk about, the things they refuse to mention, the lies they tell. One of the most dangerous buildings. This is one of the most top ranked dangerous buildings in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. This is one of the most dangerous buildings. Knives are pulled out up and down the hallways. People fighting with razor blades. People fighting with baseball bats. People fighting with busted ribs, stabbed 5-6 times in the building. People dang on house broken in two in there. People held up by gunpoint and robbed of the little they've got in there. Horrible situations. Robbed by gunpoint over the little things they got in there. The horribleness of the stabbings, the shootings, the knives. More people in there stabbing up and down the hallways, fighting up and down the hallways for well over 10 to 20 years or more. The rumors all outside around the sides of the building, such real rumors about how others are refusing to go in, how they would never stay to a place like that because of the history of the building. The communities talk about one of the worstest buildings in Forsyth County, how dangerous is hell the very building is, the surrounding of the outer areas that's around it. people refusing to move in to go visit other people because of the dangerousness of the fights that go on inside. New tenants getting threatened and bothered and fought against inside of the building. Once new tenants move inside of the building, they try to make it out as prey. They want to fight it or approach it with fights because they're already going to war against each other and have for years within the building. That's a sad thing for new tenants that are moved in because they're going to catch hell from the old tenants. The old tenants within the building, they approach them with knives and try to fight them and provoke them to fights by pushing them within the building. The other tenants will lie here. They're all into some kind of lying, bogus thing of like a fake pretendance of that nothing really goes on within inside of the building. The elevators always broke inside of the building. So much state money has went into repairing and fixing the building. And they're still popping back up, still again, broken elevators to the building. The state helps to pay for it with the HUD, the state of North Carolina, with HUD Housing Authority funds from the state tax department, getting grants from the Board of Commerce to help fix up and repair things with the housing authorities want list of repairs from tenants. Request the money. Where does it go? The money. When does the repairs happen and why so slowly? The money. Where does the money go to help out fix and repair things that other tenants in the building have to sit and wait for months? Some say they waited for years just to have an air conditioner fixed in such a hot building. The cruelty of the tenants that complain, no AC for 2 years here. The cruelty, 90-some degree temperature. The cruelty, their rent paid and no services back to fix their AC. No services back to fix their water, their faucet, their sink, the electricity, the stoves sparking fire. No help back immediately to have it immediately repaired. That could cause a serious danger fire problem to the building. A building where tenants was out in 30-degree temperature because of the negligence of some of the tenants within that had participated to a trash chute fire that could have endangered and took the lives of so many. The high-rise building in Winston-Salem, Forsyth County. This is one of the most dangerous buildings. Right here, you're looking at how high up it goes. Right here, one of the most dangerous buildings in Forsyth County today. The lies, the secrets, the hidden things. They won't talk about it. The media news cameras they refuse to cover it. It's so deep. They refuse to do stories on the building to tell the outdoor public and community and the communities in North Carolina what's really going on. The news medias in Forsyth County refuse to cover the story. They refuse to tell the outdoor citizens what's really going on within that building. All the deaths, all the drug addicts, all the horrible violence in there. There are children inside of the building. Children and they're all kind of ages. They're veterans inside of the building. There are senior citizens inside of the building. People that are not using the drugs and being that have been taken advantage of by the negligence of not being told that when first signed in to become an applicant that the building was that bad and dangerous, invaded and trapped by HUD Housing Authority, not told, not warned of all the horror that has went on in this building alone. What's being done about it today in 2026? Nothing is being done about it. The secrets, the deep secrets on the deaths. Why did those people, some of them really die? Yeah? Was it really old age, or was it really ODs from the inside? Some of the people said they're working together on the inside with the drug ODs and stuff, of getting shit into people's drugs, into their street drugs, and putting fentanyl into their stuff. The realness of what's been going on the inside. Why did some of the people really die? Was it the dirty filthiness of the unkept conditions of no AC filters being put in the air conditioners on a regular basis of once a year? Was it the dirty tap? Was it the dirty H2O water not being inspected enough to be a passing grade for people to drink regularly each and every day? How often is the water in the building tested for the tenants in the building? How often is the water being tested in this actual building? People coming up sick all the time, the ambulances pulling up all the time. What's really the cause of all that sickness? Most real estate buildings and properties, they don't have a bunch of ambulances and a bunch of fire trucks pulling up all the time. What's really going on in the inside of the building there? That they're hiding. They don't want the outdoor citizens, the outdoor community to know what's really going on within this building. What is really stressing people out? That there's new tenants that have moved within this building. What is really going on? Their lives have slowed down. They're not doing enough with themselves. What's really going on inside? People walk around as though they're depressed from living within the building, like their nerves are bad, like they may need some kind of like a therapist from staying to the Sunrise Towers high-rise building in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The secrets kept of this building. How old are the secrets? How old are the deaths that have been going on with this building? How long has stuff like that been going on with this building? How long has it actually been going on? The unkept secrets of the secrets hid and tucked away. How many deaths have really come from this building right here? How many actual drug addicts are in this building right here?